Hello everyone, let me turn off the voice of my camera. It's been such a crazy and filled with a lot of pain for 2016. As you guys know, I've been going through it, and my family and those close to me have been going through so many things. And I can tell you that, well, first of all, one of the topics of this video is pain, and pain is pain. No matter how you measure it, it can't be. It is just so much. It's so much when you're hurting. And I can tell you that not only through this year, but throughout my life. And of course, I know that you all can relate. I have felt so much pain from the betrayal of family or friends, people who love you, to physical pain with my body wanting to give out in the summer, From May or June of this year, for about 4 or 5 months, I was sick on and off. A lot of it was brought on by stress and worry. I had a kidney infection, strep throat. I developed acid reflux, and that is brought on by stress because of the acids produced in your stomach when you stress so much. I've been, and you, I'm sure, have been lied to, hurt, left out in the cold when you needed people the most. And that's not by everybody. I was blessed to have my cousin allow us to stay with her when we had to leave our home in October. And I'm grateful for that. It has been difficult. And as you all know, recently I just lost my grandmother. We all lost her, and it hurts so much because myself and my children I've always been close to my grandmother, but as of these last couple of years, my children have been bonding with her so much. That's where we spend our holidays. I'm sorry. Ever since I can remember, I'm going to try to be strong. But that's where we've spent all of our holidays. And more. I don't just visit. I didn't just visit my grandmother on holidays. I was very, very close to her. We've lived with her at different times. She took her grandchildren, different ones, in at different times. She's the type that would give her last so that someone else can have. And she taught me that, and that's the beginning of why it's in my mother and in myself. She might have had her crazy side. She was strong, and as I said, when I was writing about it, she's fearless, and she passed away from an infection called C. diff, or it's another word, it's a longer word, but I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's basically a bacterial infection, and it was in her colon. It spread to her kidneys and to her body. So I'll tell you what, she fought until she was responding. I was next to her at the bedside. I talked to her. She would squeeze my hand when I asked her to. I've lost a few people that I've loved, and they've all hurt in different ways. It was my dad in 2010, my best friend Diana in 2013, and now my grandmother. And it is extremely heartbreaking. Um, I am grateful to her for so much. And I've decided that I want to sing at her services, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to sing, but I mean, I've been thinking about a few things, but I thought about that. Anyone who's going through pain right now, I am sorry. This is genuine. And know that you're not alone. Because believe me, as many people that have been around me in this year, I have felt alone. From people you know who are close to you, you don't expect to be hurtful in your time of need. Especially when I know myself that I have been there. And I'm not saying this to say, oh, I've done this so I expect anything in return. No, I don't. Anything I do comes from my heart. Any way I can help, I will. And any way I can protect those that I love, even if it hurts myself, I have done and will continue to do, even though people have hurt me in worse ways. In the last few months, more than ever. The pain of being lied to or deceived, cheated on or talked about. All that stuff is pain. And yes, you can forgive. Because I do, because I choose to, because God wants us all to forgive and not be bitter. But for myself, well, I should say, I don't want to grow bitter. I want to always continue to be the best person that I can be. I want to set that example not only for my children, but when I leave this earth, I want to be able to look back and say that I genuinely tried, and I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I know I've hurt people myself. I mean, I'm sure I have. But you know what? Never was it my intention. You know, there are things this year that I've just talked it all from me. And not just for me. I understand that I'm not the only one going through problems and pain. I truly get that. I am only describing what I have felt. And I have seen people who are close to me go through so much. You know, from losing your home to, I don't even know what. I mean, that's, you know, you guys know the story if you've been watching my videos, and if not, you need to catch up. I was physically sick, and in summer until October, I had to have my IUD surgically removed. We were in a car accident. I had to leave my home. We still haven't found a place. Everything it's just one thing on top of another, and then my grandmother. But you know what's crazy about all of that? You know what's crazy? Is that in my heart, I know it's going to get better. I do still have faith. Even though all of this has happened, and one of my favorite people on this earth is no longer here. But I'm so trying to do this video as straight as I can, and by that I mean I'm not trying to cry so much, but it's hard to hide real emotion. It's hard. I really don't know. I know there was more things I wanted to discuss here in this video, but believe me, I do know pain in almost every form, and I don't want to jinx it. I don't want anyone else I love going through anything. I don't want to lose people. None of us do, but I know that this is all a part of life, and we'll fit together somehow. I just want to be a better person myself in any way that I can. You know, it's important to try to be the best person that you can be for yourself. It's not that you owe anyone anything. It's that God gave you a gift to be here on earth, and even at the hardest points in life, you were still chosen to be here. And if you don't believe in things that way, well, you're still here, and it's amazing that you're here. But people have said so many things, and I'm not dwelling in my pain. These things are really happening, and I can't help but hurt. I'm not wallowing in it like I've heard. And even though my grandma's 84 years old, it still hurts that she's gone, because she's been here my entire life. And I know that I don't deserve a lot of the pain that I've been through, and I know that a lot of people don't. But you know what? All of it will make you stronger. It's just like exercising. The muscles hurt at first because you got to wake them up. You got to work it out. You got to get stronger. But the end results are so much better. So I understand that this will all make sense somehow. And somehow it will make me stronger, and I do believe that things will get better. I hope that you can find the strength and faith to endure and get through it. I'm there with you, and I'm telling you, emotionally, physically, and somewhat spiritually. I can't say my spirituality has been shaken, but I felt every kind of pain. Not every kind, I don't want to jinx it, please God. I'm just saying that it's been pretty painful. But it's humbling, and I know that my children will learn from all of this as well. I know that they are. You know, thank God they haven't really been through so many hard times, but this has been the biggest. All of this has been so huge. They'll get through it though. They will get through it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching my video. And if this video touches you, I also wanted to say, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. I am going to post the GoFundMe link for my grandmother here in the description. She had no life insurance. And, well, we're not able to really pay for everything, so we're reaching out to try to get help wherever we can. Even the smallest donations add up. I appreciate you all watching, and thank you. And please, please, please keep the faith. Stay strong, okay? Until next time.